Hey, we're doing a bonus episode, everybody. Hello. So yeah, we were gonna record for Oddity Roadshow, and then our guest had to cancel. So y'all get a bonus episode.
So we're still recording for Oddity Roadshow. Thanks for being our guest, paying guest.
Just for our little.
Is our guest a ghost but alive?
Ooh, ghost but alive. Paul pitched a really good monster to me
Mr.
that
Ghost. Welcome our guest.
That is Harry H. Bomber guy. You listen to Spider Day, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, our friend of Shannon's did. He was Mr. Ghost.
Well, he was Mr. and then he died and he became Mr. Ghost. And I thought it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Spider Day was just fun because I just told people, I was like, you can do whatever you want. They're like, can I do this? And I was like,
it doesn't matter. I'm going to kill you at the end.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you can do that.
You
really
can't
doesn't
stop
matter.
the spider.
Oh, real fast, I went to like Ross and TJ Maxx around Halloween and got a ton of spooky soap to just use for the rest of the year. And one soap I got, the scent was Bone Daddy.
Oh my God.
I was like, what? Okay.
Did you send that to Branson?
I should have. I got pictures of it.
What does it smell like?
It was like a blue, like fruity smell. It had nothing to do
so
with
weird.
Bone Daddy, but
Have you smelled your father's bow?
I'm the only one here with a dead dad.
I know. I realize I got my crack. That's the only one.
You gotta be careful.
I could both see in Paul's face and hear in his voice because he was just doing a riff and he was like, "Fuck, Shannon's the only one that could do this."
No.
No. Everyone can.
I have not exhumed my father's corpse to smell it.
It might smell fruity.
A fucking
probably
a
not.
caretaker's like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I got a candle and I missed my father."
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. It's
Like, God, they gotta stop selling that fucking scent. This is the
the Bone Daddy.
third time this week.
I got curious.
All right, hell yeah. So all this is staying in. We're gonna
Thanks for your money again.
So if you've listened to the other bonus episodes we did during the Critical Bits era, we did a lot of them from the micro RPG book. We're doing that again, and so we're gonna be playing Van Gogh's Ear.
Ben Gozier.
Man goes here than who?
By Jen Ellis and Keith Baker. Thank you to two people I don't know, but you made this game. So unless it's bad, then no thank yous.
We will hold.
I bet it's good. It looks good.
I'm just letting people know. I'm saying
good.
thanks in advance. I'm assuming it's going to be good. Everything I've played out of this book is good, but I want to put this little preface here. If it's bad, I will change my opinion.
If it's bad, how do we know it's their fault, not yours?
Because it's always good to blame an outside party first, because it's easier.
Don't fucking come at me with
Have
this.
you ever played a micro RPG that's like bad?
No, honestly.
I haven't either. I've liked all of them.
Also, anytime a game's bad,
It's short.
It's only because of the rules, and I just fucking throw those out the window. Where it's just like, I think everything is about vibes for tabletop role playing.
Especially these short ones.
Oh,
yeah.
It's just restriction. It's just a restriction.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, here's the guide rails for your
scaffolding
weird,
for your improv.
for your weird story that you're making up with your friends. If you want like set rules and structure, go play actual video games. Like, people spend years of their lives making those, and those are tight, and you have to do linear things. All right, great. So, Van Gogh's Ear. Here's the little intro. What's the worst gift you can give to someone you care about? And Van Gogh's Ear, players craft compelling tales of tragedy, or competing tales of tragedy, driven by thoughtful and terrible gifts, like Van Gogh's Ears. So the setup. So there's 2 to 5 players, under an hour. We're going to be using a deck of cards. The goal is to give a gift to a fellow player that is both considerate for them and tragic for you. There's a bunch of tags, but
which is a weird way to characterize the Van Gogh's Ear thing, because that is not particularly considerate.
Yeah, I was thinking
for
that
any,
too.
Maybe she liked it. Did she? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Hold on, let me Google this.
Historically, it wasn't like she got that ear and was like, hell yeah.
Van
That
Gogh's...
poor broke painter with ear.
Was it his wife or just a girl?
No,
Just
it was
a girl.
It was a sex worker in town that I was the.
Okay, never mind.
You know she didn't want that.
No, I'm not even gonna Google this. Solidarity with sex workers. Fuck you, Van Gogh.
It was not a human friend. It was not
Getting all
like a
these
friend.
weird
It was
ears.
like, it was a colleague, as it were.
People looking at his penguins like, he has no fucking chill, right?
Don't send sex workers weird stuff.
Don't send anyone weird stuff.
Send
but like,
sex
definitely,
workers
like,
money.
that's a business.
Yeah, money.
Or
Money
stuff on their
always
Amazon
good.
wish list.
If you wouldn't send it to a restaurant, don't send it, right? Like, if it's not like, well,
Why is a restaurant where your mind
I
went?
think you're talking about like a healthcare thing for this.
just in general, like, don't send ears to anyone, really. I guess a personal ear,
I
one-to-one.
would do a lot of pranks to restaurants. I worked in restaurants for a while. Not like
Joel's like, I've sent many things.
I went to
Are you gonna come in next time with no ear? I'm gonna be like, Joel.
One time, I swear to God, we're gonna start this episode soon. One time, I got a job at a Mellow Mushroom. I interviewed.
For those of you that aren't aware, the Mellow Mushroom franchise is basically Applebee's but pizza and hippies.
Yeah. And so I interviewed. They didn't hire me. This was like my second kitchen job ever. I didn't have no experience. They didn't hire me, but because I knew they had other spots. My roommate got hired. And so I dropped off some porno mags for him at the Mellow Mushroom because I was like, oh, because I was applying for jobs around town, and there was a porn shop in town that you could smoke cigarettes in, and my car didn't have AC. So I had been driving around all day, so I went to go smoke cigarettes in the porn store. And then I saw
golden age.
I saw their magazine. Shannon's just shaking their fucking head at me. I saw their magazine rack had a bunch of like discounted like older magazines, and I was like, oh, it'd be fucking funny. Ben's first or second day at Mellow Mushroom is right now. So I bought the porno mags, brought them, and it was like, hey, my roommate's Ben Park. He said that he left this at his house and he needed them. And then like I just fucking I gave it back to the bartender, and they're in like the nondescript, like
here is the pornography you were in a plain brown
and so
wrapper.
The bartender brought it back to him, and Ben was like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And then like I was just staring there, like laughing, like fucking Joker style at him. And then he was like, "What's in this?" And he opened it up and got like real nervous and tried to hide it. And so because he was trying to hide it, another coworker was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Like I know when a line cook is showing fear,
and just took it out of his hand, opened it up, and they just screamed, "The new guy's got porn!"
New guy became a legend instantly.
Then I started cracking up laughing, and then I walked away because I was like, haha, I got you. And so they ripped out all of the porn pages, and they didn't hide it for customers for fine, but they hid it where like cooks and other servers and like the workers
like you
only
get the
areas.
last racket cups out,
and then it's
there's
just it's just like a graphic sex scene. Restaurant culture's terrible, but that shit happened like
me and Allison are shaking your head.
This place had like a sexual harassment Sunday where it's just everyone grab ass. Mellow Mushrooms are just like a lot of, it's like younger. Not like, it's like 18 and up to like work there, but like it's just a bunch of young horny people that are like, hey, do you want really shitty wages and we're not going to take care of you, but like we don't really give a fuck if you're fucked up at work. It's like, yeah.
It's a pizza restaurant.
Yeah, it's a pizza restaurant. We just got like, the manager would be like, hey, cover for me. I'm going to go smoke weed in the fucking pit. And if you don't narc me kind of thing. So anyways.
My favorite Mellow Mushroom was, I'm sorry, I can't make change for you. My manager, who has keys to the register, is out front in the parking lot screaming at her girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, shit like that. So anyways, there is a part of the story. I got a job there because they were like, man, this was so funny. It was a great day. We got to hide porn everywhere. Because then once people found the porn picture, they were like, oh, my God. And they would hide in a different place to get their other coworkers. And so they were like, this is hilarious. And then Ben was like, oh, my roommate, he's actually the one that dropped it off. He pranked me, and he applied, but y'all didn't hire him. So then I got a call the next day, and it was literally the kitchen manager's like, so Ben said that you're the guy that dropped off the porn. He was like, yeah. He goes, man, that was funny as fuck. He goes, anyways, you still looking for a job?
How long did you work there?
I worked there for like 8 months. I got a better job at like another like higher end restaurant that was in like the same little area, and then I like left with a 2-week notice, but then I no show on my last day because I wanted to go. And do actually.
Fuck 'em.
Well, I was telling you about this earlier. It was that mushroom trip that I had. I wanted to go do mushrooms in the mountains, and I did that. And then I might have been a different mushroom trip. Who knows? But then I was just like I had no show because they were like, we can get you back in time. I was like, I don't really want to because it's my last day, and honestly, everyone just always goes back to work at Mellow Mushroom. And I don't want that.
If you burn that bridge.
Yeah, I don't want the option of it because it's always really, because everyone that goes back to work there, they're always way depressed because they're like, fuck, I wanted to get out of here because I hated it. I was like, yeah, I really don't want the option to be able to go back. So I am, like I said, I was like 19 or 20.
I was going to ask how old you were and then be like, our lives were so different.
Oh, yeah. Like this was like 19 or 20. I was doing
Mellow Mushroom.
So you're into
that kind of much drugs back then. We have been talking for like 7 minutes. And
I just want to say, I worked at a pizza
minutes.
restaurant and there was no porn and I never was high.
Well, that sounds
here's
worse.
The thing.
At least
the pizza Mellow Mushroom was bad, but the vibes were also bad, but fun.
Oh,
Pizza's fine.
It's
Their
fine.
pizza
I'm a
fucking
Domino's
sucks.
hater.
Mellow mushrooms sucks.
Domino's and Little Caesars, I don't
Their pizza's
like.
too
Little
like
Caesars
thick
is
and
not
doughy. They make this weird thing, and
It's all
think it's-
commissary
it's fine.
produced.
Their
too. They don't
salads
make
are
it in
really
the shop.
good.
also
Yeah,
everything
it's
is
pretty
like
good. It's
so
fine.
over. Mellow mushroom is. I know, market, but like
It is overpriced.
There's a lot of decor being
like
purchased
a
there.
fucking large pepperoni is like $20, and we did one of the cooks who like did shift managing too. Like he did the breakdown of the actual cost, and he was like, "This costs us $1.19 to make, and we charge like $19.99 for this fucking pizza."
My favorite pizza in town is the Escobar at Argosy.
Escobar is
I've
really
never
good.
had it.
Fucking good.
Yeah, if y'all
It's
go-
got
wait, is that
Cholula,
the-
hot
yeah, yeah.
sauce, fake chorizo, fake
continuing
cheese,
our talking about food.
peppers and stuff on
That's
it.
all
It's so
we do.
good.
Well, I was gonna say if you
All
guys-
right, so we
go, well, I will say if you go to Atlanta, go to East
to
Atlanta Village,
Argosy.
hit up Argosy. They got a lot of beer, but they got really good food and they got a lot of good veggie options.
I
Okay,
like Savage, and that's where I worked.
Ah.
I like
Savage is
too.
great. They're still local and wonderful, and they have.
I
their
know
own
you're
delivery
talking
drivers.
about
Yeah,
food.
know,
yeah.
and what
Savage has
happened
a vibe
was-
check.
I was also I was derailing Joel point by pointing out that this is a game of competing. Players are crafting competing tales of tragedy, which are driven by thoughtful and terrible gifts, which not like Van Gogh's Ear at all. So we will work with other players to define the time and place of our story, and we'll choose some options from the tables or choose our own. And then that'll inform, it'll be like a scene. We're going to find characters to be, and then we're going to find a reason to be giving a gift.
Is this
then we're gonna
improv?
So
Kind
it
of,
has,
yeah.
no, there's a table.
Yeah, so this
and
is
a
what
randomizer
the
device.
says
So no.
before making characters, work with players to define time and place your story. Choose an option to follow from the following table or make up your own. Setting will inform your choices, make your character relationship, and provide that. So
Do
what
you want to
dice?
set
What
it
should-
in
what
a mellow
timing-
mushroom?
It turns
I
out
think that would be
it's
funny.
at a pizza restaurant because it is in fact dumb mandatory white
What-
elephant Christmas
So, yeah.
Come
holiday
up with
parties.
a better name for a pizza restaurant, Paul.
Yeah.
I want a pie pun. Give me a pie pun.
It's called Ampheteronis.
and federonis.
And federonis.
Yeah,
It's actually very appropriate. I did so
It's the
much
other
fucking
direction,
cocaine
we're
at that
gonna-
mellow mushroom.
it's a different drug, same sort of vibe, but it's all very like it's sort of
How do
cocaine.
you spell this?
Okay, so amphetamines, AMPH.
Amphetamine.
Okay, and then start when the P shows up.
Okay,
Start with ampheteroni.
and so so we're keeping the
A-M-P-H-E-T-E-R.
Well, we're keeping the so ampheta. Do we keep this A?
Amphet E. Take the T.
I forgot how to spell
Amphetamine.
amphetamine.
Take the T out.
Amphetamine.
Leave the T in,
Leave the
and
T.
then ampheteroni.
I do the
A-R-O.
cocaine in the kitchen.
Hey, it's a
No.
me.
I snort the cocaine.
I like the powders. I got a little
I'm a
roll.
Mario.
I got a little tiny spoon.
My
It's a
heart
little
go
ladle.
too fast.
And then we're gonna take.
thinking
just
it's a flower, but it's a
there we
knife.
go.
It's a
There we go.
knife.
And federoni. Thank you for listening. We're finally.
How,
I've been recording on this before we started for like maybe 8 minutes, and we're at 18 minutes, so it has
Oh,
been
shit.
around 8 to 10 minutes of. I guess
is this just for Patreon?
Yeah, this is just for
Okay,
Patreon.
they like it.
Yeah.
God, we hope so.
Do you let us know?
Actually, don't. But do keep
Listen,
some.
this is
let us
the
know
same
before
fucking
it's-
Patreon that we did a 10-episode bonus series called Guess That Straunt, solely based on a question of would you let Pierce Brosnan spit in your mouth or not?
I will say, I
There's
guess
no
that
reason to
Straunt
keep
was
talking
really
about
fun
I
because it
haven't
was so
heard that yet.
fucking
you should,
weird.
I gotta give it to you. It's
Oh
literally.
yeah, well you'll have to give $5 a month to get access to
Give
that.
her at least the first one.
No, I'm not gonna charge. I'm just gonna give it to her. She's on the
Well, no, this is a pay-to-play show. I paid to be here right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I want
No,
everyone to
Allison
know.
It's
pays
a-
$50 an episode for the privilege. Of,
the privilege.
You can use this for your reel.
yeah, we'll give you exposure on Twitter.
So,
Okay, great.
do
So
y'all
we're
wanna
at the Infederoni. I'm assuming the setting is modern.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, as modern as a contemporary pizza establishment can be.
And is it a chain or independent?
It is a weird franchised chain. Yeah.
Yeah,
so like
modern-
it's like the real
Like
the
a
real
mellow
thing.
Modern
is-
mushroom.
setting,
All of
but
it
if we
comes
need
in
it to
from
be
somewhere
futuristic,
else.
it can
None of
be.
it's-
Great. So now
It's clearly from Italy. You can tell by the name.
what we're
It's
gonna
authentic.
do.
Authentico.
Authentico.
And fettuccinis.
Hey, we got the margarita pizza
And
with the cocaine.
Mozzarella.
there's a
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
There's a table to draw cards from, unless y'all want to cook something up for yourselves.
Do you think I don't subscribe to other Patreons, but do they put out just nothing but bullshit?
No,
too,
no,
for-
I
Some of
subscribe
them
to
do
a
really
lot of
nice
them.
produced
No.
content and like
They
other
give like
episodes.
nice behind the scenes peeks at
Well,
stuff.
this is like
I'm
behind the
paying,
scenes.
I'm
Yeah.
paying $5 a month to hear that Joel has done too many drugs.
Everybody already knows that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
that's
now
not.
they know they have details.
Okay, so what this proves is how much editing goes into the main show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you hear how much we love you, listeners?
Rachel
Joel
said
puts
something
in a lot of
about
work.
because I was talking about like ramping down like weed smoking and stuff like that, and then Rachel's like,
Are you sure that's a good idea?
You just like talked about like smoking weed public on the internet. I was like, there's videos of me smoking weed on the internet. Like there's whole sets of me talking about having a cocaine induced heart attack. I threw away any job that would be like, well, we searched your name, or it's like, oh, cool, I'm not gonna get the job then. Cool. Although when I did get this house, they did the landlord was like, oh, I Googled you, so you do stand up.
Oh, that's horrifying.
It was luckily it wasn't any bad sets. I don't think I had any like bad sets, but like anything that I had, like it was just like it was talking about like my grandmother like getting fucked because she had 16 kids. She
I
loved,
remember that
story.
yeah,
story.
she
I remember
loved
that
getting
story.
fucked.
Then you had the Choco Taco in the shower and
Yeah,
the trash
I love
cans
that
and
bit.
cat. But I watched so much comedy for like a 2-year period
Mm-hmm.
where I knew fucking everybody's.
All right, so we just drew cards.
Can I have a note card and a pencil, please?
We're
Thank
Ooh,
you.
no, you'll have to play entirely from memory.
Theater of the Mind.
Woo!
yeah. Oh, actually, I do have a pizza place model that I've been making just for this occasion.
Okay, but is it hex tiled or squares? Because I
Oh.
don't, my guys don't fit on the square to hex tiles properly.
Y'all remember the show Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, and then it later they dropped the pizza place in it, and it was just called Two Guys and a Girl.
No.
I remember it existing.
I don't remember anything about it, but other than the names. It always was interesting to me when shows would just be like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna change the whole ass name of our show halfway through."
Yes, because it shows up in the weird little 30-minute box on the cable
So do we
as
just?
like
So
those
we're
first two
just
words.
choosing off of the list of what we want to be.
Well, I mean, I sort of gave. We tried.
I just went with the cards.
I went with the
because
card.
I like the
Oh,
prompts.
okay, never mind. I didn't see what the categories were. Okay, so did anyone double up? Okay, good. I don't think we did. So
No.
that's one of them.
My role is an actor.
So while Joel was telling a story about drugs or how much we're wasting your money, thanks for your money again, patrons. We
I'm
all
not
drew
wasting, I'm
cards.
spending that
no,
shit.
well, I mean, it's a form of wasting. We're not, it's not being invested back into this part of the show. I can certainly say no. It's great. I'm sorry.
How do you
so
think
there's
I
a
pay
big
for
table.
the drugs I keep talking about?
Hey, so we've been using a table that's provided on the thing to give us some basic characteristics like a role, a defining trait, a love, and a prized possession, such that we can structure dramatic tension and make our gifts as bad as possible. We know things about each other and have our own flaws and wants and needs. We're all individuals in our own right. Me, myself, I drew an 8, so I am a miserly therapist who loves the simple life, and my prized possession is my child. I'm coming up. Name incoming shortly.
Wait, so you're I'm writing this down.
I'm an 8, baby. Out of
Usually therapist.
ace to queen or king.
Loves the simple life. And your prized possession is your child. You're gonna give someone your kid?
No, it's my own prized possession. I am miserly, which you'll remember is a word associated with Scrooge, meaning cheap or tight. Not in like the not in like not in the frugal way, but in the way where you're shitty about it.
Right, and not like tight.
No, not tight at all.
Okay, I got a 2. I'm a penniless artist who loves food. And my prized possession is a music collection or instrument, and I'm choosing a theremin.
Oh, nice.
I am a magician. My defining trait is I am vengeful.
Oh.
I love poetry or literature. I'm going to say I love both. And my memento is a
Ooh,
photograph.
tough call.
Yeah. I feel like if you love poetry, it's probably like
And
Well,
you're,
it's like a square rectangle kind of thing. Like you love poetry, you don't love all literature,
What's
but it is
your-
part of literature.
what was your prized possession?
a photograph.
Of Oh, I guess we'll find
We'll
out.
find
Yeah,
out.
I've come up with a backstory.
No, that's okay. I don't got names
And then
either.
Allison.
I drew a 5. So I am a wealthy actor who loves travel, and my prized possession is literature. It says book, letter, poem. So, yeah.
Well, having decided all this, and now we are at the pizza place, apparently, all at the...
What does the back of this say?
the back of it explains that we will then be... well, there is a card for a way to pull a card for settings, but as we've already put together Ampheteroni, I don't think we need that.
The create character set the scene. Once all characters have been created,
We
take
give
a moment
one
to
gift to
establish the
the-
story. Each player should introduce the character, provide as much little details they choose mentioning. Together decide if the gift giving takes place at a specific event. If so, it's Employee Christmas. That's
Oh.
what the gift giving event is.
Okay.
Unless you have another idea.
No,
but
no.
I one time got a cock ring at an employee Christmas party, and it was during work, and then my boss had to tell me to stop showing all the servers the cock ring. I wasn't weird, I was just showing the box.
Was that at,
That's so
at the
weird.
porn
No, it was
mellow
the place that I
mushroom?
got hired on after that. That place we would like party a bunch all the time, and we got 3 people fired because they came and partied with us, and then they didn't show up at work the next day, and my boss was like, "What are you guys doing to these people?" I was like, "I don't know. We did the same amount of partying we do every night," and so.
And then you killed them all.
I didn't kill him. Well, one guy left our house and went and did a whole fuck ton of cocaine, and that's on him.
Still didn't make it to work.
He still didn't make it to work. He later was working at another place and was so coked out. There was this giant like pasta boiling pot where that you can like pour in. He didn't have the little drawer opened up that you pour all the water into. So he just poured boiling water all over his legs and got 2nd and 3rd degree burns, and then didn't get covered by the employee health insurance because he tested for a shit ton of cocaine. Anyways,
So the way gameplay works is the person who was most recently given a gift in real life to someone begins play by, well, we start by introducing and talking through our characters a little bit, setting our
we did that.
scene.
So Allison gave all of us gifts from Japan last week.
that's true.
So Allison will be giving the first gift going to the left. We will proceed play to the left. Once we get back to Allison will pass to
So wait, do we just go
give a
straight
gift to the
into
right.
this?
Yeah, I feel like I need more setup.
That's
Oh no,
what-
we
yeah.
will play setup, but I mean the way this
Okay,
will
yeah,
play
so
out is thus.
This
right?
is you figure out what the whole reason for giving is. Gameplay, most recent gifts. On your turn, look to the person to your right. Describe the gift you're giving them and a few things to consider. What does your character have? What sort of things would your character have access to based on your role and setting? What does the other character want? You know what they love and prize. What's the most thoughtful meaning thing you give them? And what does the gift cost you? What's the tragic sacrifice you have to make? The goal is to come up with a gift that is both wonderful and both wonderfully considerate, but that also requires a tragic sacrifice on the part of your character. For extra tragedy, see if you can find a way to ruin your prized possession or the gift of others have given you in the process. If your gift is if you prize your music collection and you've been given the only copy of a special recording, it's a perfect time to give away the last gramophone in Paris. Regifting is also an option, but there's a way to make even more of a sacrifice for you than it was for the person who originally gave it. Once you've presented your gift, play passes to the left. The next player gives the gift to the person to their left. This continues until each player has taken one turn, then play reverses, each character giving a gift to the player to their right. Ending the game, once every character has given and received 2 gifts, take a moment to reflect on the final situation. Did anyone actually come out ahead despite receiving the gifts and giving terrible gifts? Are they somehow better off, or who made them? Yeah, so Allison will start, and you're going to give...
Did it go to the right or the left?
So it says...
You give to the right and then play passes to the left.
Yeah, so you're going to give...
Gotcha.
How are you... You're going to give
Paul
to
is to my right.
Paul, and then Shannon will go next. And then once we go around, and then we circle back.
Okay. And it's a gift that they would love, but is terrible
So
and cost me a
theft of the
personal.
mad guy, right? Like,
Yeah.
I've got your watch
Yeah.
chain for your watch. You're like, I traded my watch for your hair comb. Well, how'd
So
you get the
you're-
watch chain?
you
I sold
right
all my
now
hair.
Are giving a gift to Shannon, who
Paul. I'm giving it to
Paul.
Paul.
You're giving...
Play,
I
then
lied.
passes the other way.
You're giving a gift to Paul, who is a miserly therapist that loves the simple life, and his prized possession is his child.
All right, hello everyone. Hello, I am Federonis. Come on over. We're all I know we're enjoying the Christmas party very much, throwing around the pizza balls and all that. But let's sit down and it's time to do the gift exchange. As you know, I like to keep things pretty straightforward. I don't overcomplicate everything, as I love the simple life, and I would like to get back home to my child. And as the primary therapist and mental health care worker here at this wildly out of scope and terrible, frankly, HR experience that is this pizza restaurant, and technically all, but I've only been to this one, but I work here, and so it's my job to make this sort of happen. So now let's join our breakout groups, and we'll all give gifts. If you're wearing a little hat that has a number on it, go to the people with the other hat on.
What are our numbers?
Oh, my hat. Well, you'll find, Allison, that the four of us have the same number hat on. The characters that are in the show.
But I want to know what the number is.
Is it 5?
It is.
Okay.
It's 5.
Thank you, Shannon.
It's little elf hats.
Would you say we're Merry Christmas number 5?
Is that a thing?
Like
Mama number 5?
Jesus
Thank
Christ.
you, Shannon.
Okay. I saw you were dancing as you said it.
Yeah,
so I
you went
connected
a
the
long
dots.
way for that one.
Human Resources, it's hyphenated, starts doing the Macarena.
Human Resources.
That's your name.
At least Resources.
Human
Human.
Resources.
Hugh.
MANN hyphen resources.
Okay, I want to say real fast. I used
HUGH space.
Oh.
There you go.
I use the fantasy name generator all the time. And I just went on it and I saw they had One Piece names. So I clicked it and clicked human, and the first name that came up was Roberto Chicken. So that's my name.
That's a fucking awesome name.
I just wanted to set the scene.
That's a very
and
One
give the
Piece
story.
name.
It
That's
is. I
very-
am Roberto Chicken.
Give me one. Do
I
you
feel
still have
like-
it pulled up?
No, I can't. I can pull it back up. Hold on.
I want a One Piece name now.
I would also like a One Piece name for my child that I am a big
Okay.
fan of and would like to get home to.
There's Parrot Weeks.
All right,
I
that's
don't want to
me.
do the
Old Parrots Weeks.
Nicholas Salamander, Ruben Hamaxolotl. Let me refresh it. Hamaxolotl. Let me refresh it. I love shout out to the fantasy name generator because I've used it for so many different
So you're going
characters.
Reuben for your kid?
Yeah,
Ruben.
Ruben
I like what the-
Hamaxolotl, and then my last name.
There's one that was just Bison, one that was just Hog, Omar Damakaw. These are like One Piece names. Dog O'Connor.
Yeah.
Kevin
Dog
Lamoose.
O'Connor's got a backstory.
And then Alexis Hababcat. Okay, so Hababcat.
What is? Do you have a
My
character?
character's name is Phoebe McRae. I made it up in my head just now. Well, a minute ago.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we all have 5 on our little elf hats we get together. My character, Parrot Weeks, was just finishing up an Uppers Lover pizza.
What's on that?
It's just bread and uppers, but it's like it is all baked, but there's like a bunch of like pills and shit in there. It's
Very
and-
texture, like crunchy.
yeah, the texture's crunchy, and then instead of this is the thing, the garlic butter that they season a lot of the crust with is also next to the cocaine butter that we. So sometimes you get that mixed up and it's wacky.
You know, a lot of people thought it was unethical for me to invest in a company like this, but I can tell by the way you're enjoying that pizza, it was a smart business decision.
I'm so hungry and I can't really afford to eat anywhere else. I just, I keep doing all of my theremin art. I don't know how to play it, but I'd like to draw pictures of theremins.
Do you exhibit?
Oh, could I exhibit here, please? I could really use the money.
We can't pay you, but you will get exposure if you want to exhibit.
But you told
here
me
in the
that's the
restaurant.
same that I get paid for working here as exposure, and that's still not.
More exposure is always a good thing.
We do use an exposure therapy system here.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I guess can I eat this hat?
I'm
I
not.
believe the hats are rented. I don't think.
Okay.
I think we have to return.
Okay,
the
no
hats.
problem. It's just.
There is food in this restaurant.
Yeah, but it's all laced with uppers.
All of it?
I mean,
Well, not the Debbie Downer, double calzone. It's 2 calzones wrapped around a giant Valium.
What about the kids menu?
Well, the kids menu, of course, has mostly baby aspirin.
I thought you were gonna go with like Ritalin.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were gonna go to.
Ether. Little ether poppers.
The kids get poppers.
Look,
The kids, they think it sounds fun.
and if the kids are running around, they get hurt. But this way,
Yeah, they're not running.
they're not running. They're
just
not running no
they're
more.
Just, yeah, they're just sitting there staring at some salt. Anyway, so this is set in the Critical Bits universe, by the way.
We're regressing.
Yeah,
back
this is
to-
just.
It's next door to the brunch factory.
Yeah, this is in Avondale. We're going back.
This is my first assignment. I feel like it's going well.
Yeah, so Phoebe? You're the first up to give a gift, and you're giving a gift to old Hugh Man.
Yep. Hugh, this is something that came from deep within me. I know how much you value your child, and I wanted to, as a wealthy person, give of myself to protect their well-being and ensure a bright future. So I had an egg harvested, and
I did not expect this.
Oh, you've put it into this. You've put it into this shaving cream container, just like in Jurassic Park.
And you'll be able to clone your child's DNA and match it to this egg so you can have a child to harvest any organ should your child have medical needs in the future. It'll stay in a test tube. It just lives there. But you can use him medically for your child forever.
This is
Jesus fucking Christ, Alice.
phenomenal.
This is wild.
And does this have to be kept at a particular temperature? Is this have?
Yes,
is this
well, it does have to be stored professionally, but I'm also covering the cost of that, which is extensive.
Well, that is. Thank you.
But unfortunately, when they harvested that egg, something went wrong, and I'll never have children again. So take care of it.
Well, I will be sure to go through the extensive process of coming to visit it every so often because that seems the right thing to do. And Ruben, who is 8 or 9 this coming, it's my most treasured possession, but it's very vague about his age. He doesn't like to open up about
I understand that as an actor.
He plays, elementary school age to middle.
That's his range.
And knowing that Ruben may suffer from any number of fates, it would be nice to know that I can start over, but with a cleaner, better slate, it seems. That doesn't make for a weird relationship and unsimplify my life at all. This is delightful. Thank you.
Is
Yes,
that your
yes.
new most treasured possession more than your son?
Oh no! Of course not. This would never. I mean, it is. Well, I mean, it sort of is him in a lot of ways because the
It is.
anticipation
It
is to. I mean, should that come to pass, this will be
You
rude.
got any more of those eggs for me? I keep being told something called organ failure is happening to me.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps next year when we do this again, I could buy someone else's because mine are.
Oh yeah, sorry. I kind of go in and out. I'm really hungry.
I'm tragically sorry for your loss, of course. I know that you
You know,
always look
ultimately-
forward to having close intimacy with other human beings and have them live in your home.
I'm just very busy, and as an actor, you can't just have a child because that would destroy your career. So ultimately, it's for the best.
This guy's so dark. Like I start talking about like weird porn breaks at restaurants, and you have just one-upped me. So good job.
It's supposed to be
I
tragic,
know it is you. Yeah, you won.
and I'm an actor.
No, hold on, let me check the score. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's 9,000 points. Wow,
yeah,
this is a
yeah.
very specific list.
Wait, so where's it? So you gave it up. So now it switches over to Shannon's character.
Who am I giving? Am I giving you a gift?
Yeah, you're giving. So you're the next step. So
What do you like?
Roberto.
Literature.
Yeah, literature.
Roberto has been brooding in the corner. And he notices his hat has the 5 on it. And he turns to you. What's your last name?
McRae.
Phoebe McRae!
Roberto?
That is me, Roberto Chicken, the world famous magician.
Fuck yeah, I love this dude.
Yeah, do you work? Are you like the entertainment at the restaurant?
Yeah, the Bananas Foster guy, and then Roberto Chicken comes in.
Nose is running too.
Yeah, Roberto is trying to escape from me right now.
It's all that cocaine.
It's all the cocaine, not my allergies. Phoebe, you also are a fan of literature, fine literature, yes, and I am tasked with giving you a supreme Christmas gift this evening.
That's correct.
Well, we like to, it's a holiday sort of end of year I'm sorry.
A non-religious secular gift for the winter time.
It is.
Yes?
A capitalist mechanism.
A capitalist mechanism, yes. So as you all know, as I speak about a lot, I am a vengeful magician because my favorite assistant was killed in a tragic sawing accident by another magician.
We're still so sorry for your loss.
My most prized memento was a photograph of her before she died. And we read a lot together, and we both like literature, and I have here, and he takes out this like dusty, I have an original copy of hold on, let me think of what I want it to be.
What to expect when you're expecting.
I was gonna do what's some of the best Dickens. I was gonna say Great Expectations, but I don't actually like Great Expectations.
A Tale of Two Cities. What's the Christmas one?
Yeah, what's the Christmas? Did he do?
A Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Was that Dickens?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I was making sure. I can't Google. Okay.
No, that's fine. I'm just like.
I have here her favorite copy. It's an original copy of the Christmas Carol by Dickens himself, and it's my most prized possession is a photo of her, but it's my second most prized possession, and it's all I have of hers. But I think I should give it to you. Because I had the idea, and I was like, this would be a really badass gift for someone who likes literature. So here, it floats over to you, because he's magic.
Wow, what a presentation, Roberto.
He, has, a cloak on, and he, swooshes away and cries in the corner.
I'm just imagining him, Dracula-ing,
He is
putting the
a
coat
little
up over
Dracula.
his face and sobbing.
I'm just trying to do Orpheus, a less, not quite as dramatic Orpheus from Venture Brothers.
And as I take the book out of the air, I have marinara on my hands from...
You fool! Ah! Give it clean! Give it clean! Do you know how much that's worth? I know you have money.
I do. I have so much money, so that's really not. What matters to me is the personal value of this item that you have bequeathed to me out of the generosity of your soul.
Yes.
And I question you, and I thank you.
All right.
We cut to, and we just see we see at Phoebe's house her wall of original Christmas Carol. like she just has 30 copies. They're just
Was actually quite a popular printing.
Yeah, they're
There were
hastily
several.
stacked
It gets
up.
a little cold, so she throws one on the fire.
They're all actually hand pressed by Dickens, who was not a great bookbinder. He was a great author.
She was in they redid Christmas Carol, Muppet Christmas Carol, but instead of
I was the human.
Yeah, she was the human instead of
Michael Caine.
Instead of Michael. God, that's such a good fucking movie. All
The Muppets really
Muppets
good.
fucking slap.
It's my favorite Christmas movie.
It's very good. Great, Chris. So we cut back to so at this point, old Parrot Weeks trying to muster up the strength. He has a gift under the table, but he can't really pick it up. It's not that it's cumbersome or large. He's just very, very frail and malnourished. He has deep bags under his eyes. He doesn't know the last time he slept, because every time he tries to go to sleep, there's a little ticket printer that goes off. No one knows. Well, you all know this, but we just don't talk. He lives in the restaurant, and so Parrot Weeks, being the penniless artist that he is, he goes to Roberto Chicken.
Hello, what do you want?
Hey Roberto.
I'm eating this pizza that's full of amphetamines.
I know. I made that.
Thank you.
Anyways,
I felt sad and I needed an upper.
Well,
so it's perfect.
Well, if you need anything, I suggest the K-hole dessert. It's the bun cake that comes with a little bit of ketamine, and you just stare in the center of it.
That sounds delightful.
It is. It's a real good come down. Anyways,
Parrot, what do you want?
Oh gosh. I got. Well, I know you're always talking. You got this photograph that you love so much.
Yes.
And I got you. I didn't have any money, but I had this picture frame, and I wanted to give it to you so you can guard your photo.
Oh, thank you. Foolishly, I've just had the photo not in a frame or anything, just like in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's got a sweaty.
I
has marinara on it.
I personally know what happens to photos that aren't in picture frames because I wanted to wrap this for you, so I had the photo that I had in it was the only photo I had of my mom before she abandoned me, and so I took it out, and then since I live in the restaurant, I had the photo up over the saute area, and it did the photo of my mom did burn up, and it's only been a few days, and I'm already forgetting her image.
Parrot, I'm very sorry, but why did you put it above the saute? Was that the only space that was available in the restaurant?
There's only I sleep in one of the little pull-out drawers. It's very bad for my back. But
that's actually the chef asked me to ask you to stop because it's also very bad for the pull-out drawers.
Okay. Well,
and the dough.
Well, it is they. We gotta make our pasta here. I guess that makes sense. So should I sleep by the dumpster or?
In the dumpster that has a cover.
Oh,
okay, that honestly might be better.
Well, that dumpster is we're next door to Needles R Us, and they just throw away all their used needles in there.
It's a sewing place, okay?
Yeah, they also do a lot of heroin too.
For some reason.
Yeah, it was fun to loom and chase the dragon at once.
You chase the shuttle across the thread there, and you chase the dragon the other way back, and
so I just wanted to let you know I know what could happen to a photograph if it doesn't have a frame. Do you have any spells that can help your memory? Because I can't remember what she looks like already.
Did she have a Facebook?
I don't really know. I'm not really into computers because I can't. I have really bad circulation, so every time I try to use touch screens, it doesn't register. And so I did try to do a couple searching at the library, but they said even for a library, I was too poor.
Parrot, what was your mother's name, Parrot? I take out my cell phone.
What is her name?
Mom. Just say it's Mom.
What's a bigger bird than the
Pelican.
Pelican
Weeks.
Is her name?
It's family name.
No, wait. Yeah, she's Pelican. And then my dad's Stork Weeks. He doesn't really talk to me. He has a really big house, but he has what he says is his new family that he did it right with. So he won't really tell me much about her.
I look up her Facebook, and her only public post is "fuck my dumb son." I say, unfortunately, I can't find anything. I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
Very sorry, Parrot. Thank you. This is a beautiful frame. I'm making it
Can
hover.
you look up a homeless shelter for me on there, or do you got the data, or?
You're not homeless. You live in the restaurant.
Oh.
It's part of your contract.
Oh yeah. Can we maybe next year instead of the eggs, can you renegotiate where I could maybe see daylight? Because they said that would help with the organ failure if I got sunlight.
Could you at least let him sleep in a booth?
I mean, I have no problem with it, but unfortunately, it's up to the franchise manager what happens at this particular location.
Pepperoni loves rules.
First you get marinara on my prize book. Then you won't let this poor man, you let him sleep on a table?
Do it and wait for someone to tell you not to. I won't be the one.
You've told me not to plenty of times.
No.
Are you acting right now?
No.
These vibes are bad. I need the kale dessert to feel better.
Here at Federoni, we take a live and let live approach to employee domiciling arrangements.
Like it's like a beautiful frame, right? It's like an expensive antique.
It's really
fits the photo of her perfectly.
Yeah. This is the thing. I don't realize it, but my father did give it to me. It's like gold line. Like I could sell it, but like
and break it. You could get out of this job.
I could get out of this thing. Like it would easily give me like probably like $50K. Like everything's very nice on it, but
there's guys calling you from Sotheby's, but you ignore the calls because it's a random number.
Yeah, because it's
like,
just I know it's another
buyers.
collector, and I'm just like, oh god, I can't deal with this.
Bold of you to assume he has a phone.
Yeah. Why you've given me a phone, but it is just the
it's a jitterbug.
It's just like the ones you give to kids, where it's just like you hit it and it's just
candy.
Yeah, well, it just says like, hello, how are you? Hello, and I'm just kind of like, is that you, Mom? It's me, your son, Parrot Weeks. I'm waiting for you at the restaurant you left me at that then hired me.
How long has Parrot Weeks lived here?
Let's see, I probably got abandoned around like 8 or 10, and I'm like early 20s right now, so it's been a while.
Have you not been outside?
Not for 5 years. Well, because the restaurant was getting remodeled 5 years ago, and
you had to go sleep in it. That's how you know the dumpsters are full of
No, they
needles.
just took off all the walls.
Yeah, they took off all the walls.
So it was outside.
They did this kind of weird avant-garde thing. They're like everywhere for COVID. They're like, we have patio seating, but then we enclosed it. They're like, wait a minute, this is not. Anyways, yeah. So I'm so frail.
A brittle bone disease.
Yeah, like I put my hand
hands.
down and I snapped my finger. Again. Anyway, so yeah, well, I hope you enjoy the frame, and
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm tired of how sad you are, and I'm walking away. Roberto doesn't have patience for it. The photo is like him and his old assistant both pulling a rabbit out of a hat, and we look really happy. Before my rival, let me look up a rival magician name on a One Piece thing. Oh, I like that one.
Hog.
I like Alexis Hababcat. So weird.
Was there an apostrophe in that?
Wait, the rival's Hog?
No,
Or is it
Alexis.
Alexis?
I could also just do Hog.
A
Alexis
magician hog.
Alexis Hababcat, also known as Hog. The damn dog.
As has entertained the crowned heads of Europe.
I mean, I gotta say that One Piece name generator is fucking spot on.
It is.
These all really do sound like some dumbass One Piece shit. All right, yeah. So now it is to Paul to give your gift to. I'm sorry, it's to Hugh Man to give your gift to Phoebe.
It's Hugh Man Resources, as in Mr. Man Resources was my father.
Yeah, you're okay. Sorry, so Hugh is your first name, and then Man Resources,
and Mr. Man Resources was, of course, grandfather to my child,
and your son
Ruben Man
Ruben.
Resources.
Okay. Yeah.
It was named after my grandfather's favorite sandwich.
You're giving to you.
Oh yeah, you're giving it to me. Never mind, I forgot. I'm
like,
so poor.
I
don't
already
know.
got a present.
Well,
Thank you so much.
well, Parrot. Well, don't forget this. The insanely complicated system we have for giving gifts is everyone gets 2 presents. So there'll be another round coming up real soon.
I gotta give someone another present.
Well, I've been thinking about that and listening to your sad and frankly awful tale of woe, and I just feeling some now, despite my.
The doctor said they're gonna name a disease after me. It's called poor bones.
I'm starting to feel that human resources, may have some complicity in the ill state of the workers here, and
some small
role to play. The therapist on staff
They
at
said
the
that
restaurant.
if I had wings, I could fly because my bones are hollowing themselves out. They're so malnourished.
Yeah, you're.
I can float on water.
No, all doctors talk about you in medical journals, and like it's kind of a
And
weird.
isn't that
running-
wonderful?
Do they say nice things?
They do. They say things like interesting, novel, unprecedented. But what I want to do is provide support for. I want to be able to help you. So what I'm going to do is. I know that you work in a very difficult schedule. It's always on call, so I'm going to take that on in addition to my own duties, and I will allow you. I want you to go live at my house, and use because I want you to have a good footing, and I am in an effort to empathize with you. Will stay here and sleep in the restaurant, and try so I can better engage you with the. So it's sort of the kind of.
We're trading places. We're doing.
We're not trading places. We're not doing trading places.
Then why is Jamie Lee Curtis at the bar?
All right, we're doing trading places.
Okay, this is okay.
But I'm also going to keep doing my own job and do therapy for you to try and help you, because I feel like that's the kind of world that I want to make for my child Ruben, is one where people like you are not having so many horrible problems all at the same time because of me.
Yeah, you look over and Parrot Weeks is gone. He and so are your car keys. He just took your and he doesn't know how to drive. So he's just kind of like wreckingly going to your house.
Which he does know where that is.
I do know where that is.
And Ruben is just there.
Yeah, that's what I want. Great. So perfect. So yeah, you gave up your house, and then you go and you do pull out. There is like a little thing where it's like pillows made of Xanax bars. And then you know there's like a little blanket that's just like aluminum foil that I use, and one of like that's your room now, and it's still, I don't get how it is because there's hoods and that sucks everything up, but there still is a pile of ash above the saute eyes that was my mother's photo.
Well, I guess I'll. Well, I almost get into the little bed and I get all the stuff and I go find, like, sort of put it in a dish, and I pile up all. Nope. I click my finger to myself and I pull all the stuff out of the drawer and put it in a bus tub so I can find somewhere that is compliant with our HR policy to sleep later.
Good luck.
It's nowhere, but I won't find. It gets a long list, but I didn't never read it because it doesn't apply to me because I had a house. My life was simple before.
So how does it go now?
Because
I think we go back to Allison
giving a gift
and then
the other direction, and then we pass back the other way.
So you gave a gift to. So now we go to Allison, and you give a gift to that. I think it's got to be the next day because we were all supposed to give 2 gifts, but Parrot Weeks left, and then I come back and I look way better. Just because I had a full meal, slept in a bed, and took a shower. And also, there's a lot of really nice stuff at Human Resources house. You know.
You brought Ruben. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I was. How was your night, son?
It was good. You have so many toilets.
I was talking to. Never mind.
You have so many toilets here.
It's 2. We have a 1.5 bathroom.
You had the toilet in the food room, and then. That one, because you get that toilets where water comes from.
Ruben comes like, man pooped in the sink, Daddy.
Oh well, no, but that's what where water is. That's where the toilet is.
All right. Well, that complicates things. Anyway, I think well, let's do the other part of traditional capital gift giving. Would you like to start? I've had a weird night. Been up all night.
Did you get stabbed with the heroin needle? That usually helps you conk out.
I'm extremely worried about the culture of this franchise.
I am on top of it. Ooh, wow. Knee deep in the culture.
Aren't you on the board?
Yes, but
like a lot of pizza places, and Federoni has a board of directors.
Well, they have a franchise. There's, they got...
Yes, and our therapist on staff is usually the rock of the culture.
Fuck yeah, the fucking rock and cheering that thing up, cut it up, yeah, smoke it. Ah!
It is, and we don't usually engage like this, Hugh.
This is like that episode of Always Sunny where like Charlie and Dennis are like, you gotta live a day of my life, and he's just like, you gotta huff the glue and then eat the cat food because then all the cats gonna show up and you want to pass out. Drink a beer.
You're just pouring behind the iced tea machine.
Yeah, so like he was just kind of like, I guess his note says smoke crack before bed, but like I don't know why. Yeah. What's a crack based appetizer? What is like little tempura crack? It's got like it's just like
my brain went like croquettes.
Little deep fried bits of crack. It's delicious.
Ugh. Look, freebasing cocaine is the original gastrobiology.
Oh, and it's called the tempura ear ringer, and that's only for the other people that smoke crack out there to get that. When you take a really good crack, I smoke crack too. It's fun. When you take a really good crack hit, your ears ring. I don't know
Did you
why.
say your teeth
where
felt
did you get
weird?
the idea for parrot?
A name generator.
One Piece name generator.
Yeah. Anyways, if Phoebe, you're now giving something to Roberto Chicken.
Roberto.
Ah, yes. You startled him. He was cutting, like he almost dropped the pizza slice.
What's so good about this is I could see all of these people actually working in a restaurant together still. Like, this makes sense.
The gift you gave me yesterday of the first edition of Christmas Carol, which I absolutely do not already have.
Why did you
me
feel the need to
so
say that?
deeply? I just, I want to specify how unique it was and how important it is to me now.
Yes, there are only 100 copies in the world. It would have been awful if you had like 90 of them already.
What a coincidence that would be.
Yes.
I know that your assistant was very special to you.
Yes.
And I know that photo, that parrot gave you a beautiful frame for yesterday, is your most prized possession.
By far, yes.
So I contracted a company and used a lot of my wealth, because I'm a wealthy actor, to make you a real doll of your assistant.
Oh!
And I have this giant wooden crane.
I get a little bit traumatized because she was sawed in half while she was in a box.
She's anatomically correct, but before the accident. So don't worry.
Thank you, Phoebe.
And she has been programmed. We crowdsourced some of her voice from videos of your performances.
Hello, Roberto Chicken. It is good to see you.
She has a few automated responses.
Angela.
Would you like to do magic with me?
Roberto's like really had a lot of speed pizza too, and he doesn't know how to feel, because he had feelings for Angela and they were never reciprocated, but he doesn't really want to necessarily fuck a real doll of her, but he doesn't want to be rude. He doesn't want to be rude either. Is it rude if he doesn't fuck it? He doesn't know. Thank you.
And because it was an unusual request, unfortunately, I'm now on some watch lists. So
what the government is
yes, I don't know how the parts were sourced for this doll. Like I said, I contracted some companies.
She paid extra for freak mode.
So unfortunately,
Well, it looks like we're going to have to expand what I dubbed the flared base rule from last year's gift giving.
Unfortunately, my travels will be negatively impacted. I do have to go through extra security to make sure I'm not smuggling, it says here, human body parts.
My body parts!
But I hope that, I think she'll bring you joy and keep you company.
That's why they
And
call
she
me
stares
a
at
real
you.
doll.
She stares at you with dead eyes.
her voice is interesting.
Is it inaccurate? We can have it retooled.
It's fine.
Do you want it to be more?
I'll change for you, Roberto Chicken.
Phoebe,
Yes.
thank you for such a thoughtful gift.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank her.
He doesn't want to make eye contact with it.
Why won't you look at me at Roberto
He doesn't
Chicken?
want to look. He's like looking out of the corner of his eye. He doesn't want to make eye contact.
If you
He's
move
freaking
my
him out
arms,
really
I
bad.
will hug you.
It's true. That's one of the automated responses we had pre-programmed.
If
Because you're sad.
It's Roberto. It's important to engage with your traumas. It's called exposure therapy. Like we were paying.
she's still in the box,
Hugh,
and he keeps
Hugh
thinking about.
thought this was a great idea.
Yeah, she definitely ran this by us. We all thought everyone at the therapy department at the pizza place. We all thought it was a fucking banger idea.
A real doll of my dead platonic assistant.
All right, look, we didn't. Look, everyone else thought it was
Delivered
a banger
in
of
a
an idea.
box.
I voted against it, but everyone else.
Looking like a corpse. I mean, you're very beautiful, Angela Bott.
She's closed.
What outfit?
It's a magician's assistant outfit, so it's sparkly. But
Matching
unfortunately,
the one she died in.
it is the one she died
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
It is the one. It's like
Yes.
sewn back together and has bloodstains on it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
red sequins, so, you know.
And that came from a collector of memorabilia. Had to track that down.
Joel's writing down that idea
So
of...
somebody grave robbed her, and then you had to find them.
No, I think
it wasn't-
Hogg
it
had it. I
you
think
don't
Hogg kept her dead, her
And then
clothes.
sold it for money.
You wouldn't get buried in
Oh,
the
sorry.
outfit
For some,
you were killed in.
I was thinking
That's-
that. Okay, never mind. We're talking about killed. I thought she was buried in it for some reason.
No.
I don't know how funerals work.
Remember, I believe it was a sawed in half incident, if I
I
recall
avoid
it.
death because that's not going to happen to me. I'll trick it.
No, it was not the outfit she was buried in. It's the one she was cut in half in. It was the last thing she wore while she was alive. The last outfit she chose.
Very tasteful, tactful.
Exactly.
Thank you. I'm still not looking at her.
You're welcome.
But here's the thing: she's looking directly at
I
you.
know, I feel
it's like
it.
It's like
I
a painting.
feel it.
The eyes follow
Yeah.
you. That's one of the mechanisms. We came pre-programmed. She'll always
I
look at
only
you.
have eyes for you, Roberto Chicken.
Oh, which is what I always wanted.
Enjoy.
This would be like wink or something like enjoy. And I'm
I
like,
think I nudge you with my elbow.
ah! I go away like a Dracula. I gotta go out of the room for a minute to get some air.
Yeah, so Roberto, once you have a moment to recover, it is your turn to give a gift now to Parrot Weeks.
What is your stuff that you like again?
I love food, and my prized possession is a theremin. I don't know how to play it, though, but I do like to draw pictures of it. They're not good.
And we're going to display them at the restaurant as a charitable program.
Thank you so much. That would be... So if people buy them, do I get a cut of the money, or does it go to the restaurant, or...
It will go to the restaurant, which will in turn enrich your life.
An outreach program.
Oh, okay. Do I get? Because I had a lot of non-amphetamine laced food at Hugh's house. Can I just have some of that? I had something called greens. It made my teeth not hurt. You know how every time you bite it hurts?
It's important to just say yes and nod along.
I've heard of that.
That's how therapy works.
So okay, anyways, so yeah, I guess
Parrot Weeks!
Oh, Parrot, it's okay. Hey,
Ah!
hey there, Roberto Chicken.
Now that you're back from sleeping in a real bed
Yeah.
for the first time in your life,
I think maybe I did it before, but like the memories of my mother, they have all but faded from me.
I have a gift for you.
Ooh, what is it?
My one goal in life was to attain revenge against Alexis Bobcat, also known as Hogg.
Yeah, I know you talk about
also
Hogg a lot.
known as
The great
Hogg.
hog!
But I have wanted to sue him for magician malpractice, but the lawyers are very expensive.
Yeah, magician court is very, very
It's
well
very
known for-
theatrical and
very-
expensive.
Yeah, you
Has
gotta,
this ever happened to you, pulls rabbit out of hat?
now that's a funny fucking sketch of a lawyer's magician. Fuck, that's good.
Do you have any napkins in here or anything?
Why, I just have this
some.
infinite number of
Thank you.
kerchiefs coming out of my pocket.
I'm laughing too much.
I
while
really,
got
really
allergies.
I want a magician named Hogg to exist in the world.
We
I'm
should. I
thinking,
mean,
like,
I
big
like
lights,
this stuff.
like it's like big behind him, HOGG, and it's all like the marquee lights.
What's
and
Alexis? I have been saying he. Whatever. Hogg.
You had said something else. You only said he.
Thank
just,
you.
like,
Well,
recently.
Hogg goes by all pronouns. And is
Yeah,
Every pronoun.
Hogg is eternal. Both.
I've been saving up money for magician court, but I don't make a lot of money working here as a magician, as you can tell. But because of my extreme drug problem, no one else will employ me. But I spent all of the money I've been saving up to try to destroy Hogg, to get you this. And he gives you a box. Do you open it?
Yeah, I do. I cut my finger on the box, and my skin is still very frail, and it won't stop bleeding because I don't have good
Hemoglobin?
hemoglobins. I got a lot of lack of them, so I am getting really pale.
Hold on. I get you a Band-Aid. That's not the gift though.
Oh, I would have taken it though. I've never. Now, what is this that you wrapped around me? Is that a feel good wrap?
Now, normally you'd be billed for that, but in an effort to
Yeah.
sort of advance your therapy,
The
we're
first
going
aid
to-
kit has a credit card swiper in the back, and I don't actually have a card.
Every Christmas, we give every employee one Band-Aid, complimentary from Ampheterinos. You're welcome.
You open the box and
Yeah.
inside is a theremin. And I bought it's a real theremin. And you can play a theremin, as you know. We don't have to touch it. So even if your hands are all fucked up,
Oh my!
you just move your hands in the air and you can play it.
You got me a theremin?
I bought you a theremin.
Oh,
I will never be able to get my revenge on Hog now. We'll
Well-
both be dead by the time I raise that money again.
well, you don't need to get revenge. You have this very lifelike,
I don't want to look
You
at
only
it.
wanted the revenge because your assistant died, but she's right there.
That's not her.
I mean, it's like
I-
I'm looking at that picture in the frame that used to be where my mother was, and now I kind of just think, is that my mom? Because there's a picture of her in this frame that my mom was in, and she's right there. So it's kind of like, maybe I'll sing Happy Mother's Day on the theremin to,
Okay, if you need to do that.
just because that's my mom.
It is not your mother.
Are you sure? Because she has like a
That is a
motherly-
sex doll of
she's-
my dead best
she-
friend.
She's giving me the same kind of look that I remember my mom giving me, very vacant and upset.
I just spent a lot of money on the theremin. Can you try it? Play it? You're welcome.
Yeah, I like set up the theremin, and then it's just. And I'm just like I'm just staring straight into the dead eyes of this real doll, fucking bawling like it's the first time I've seen like Italian opera, like it's just touching deep down in my soul. And then I stop crying because I do run out of fluids, but I'm still kind of like dry crying. I just very dehydrated.
This beautiful performance art.
You're very talented.
And you know that the gift is meaningful because it's very difficult to find a used theremin.
Well, this is great. I'm gonna go set this up to my next theremin, and I go looking for my other theremin, and it's gone. And then I do realize that this one looks very similar to mine. I'm like, oh, you know what? I had to pawn my theremin. Did you get this? What's a pawn shop, Paul?
Pawn and Dusk.
Did you get this at Pawn and Dusk?
It's a night. It's only open. You get it.
I did.
Oh yeah.
I pawned my money that I had
That's called
saved.
loans.
I
Financial
pawned my
vehicles.
money. I've been saving so long, it was vintage.
I forgot that I sold my theremin. I was wondering why all my paintings have sucked, and it's just blank paintings.
It's very abstract.
Because I had nothing to
Parrot,
paint.
I think you have some severe psychological problems.
Oh well, some
You should have looked at.
We have a therapist.
yeah no.
I point at him.
Hugh Man just said to put more hours in at work and I'll feel better.
That's always true.
That's a great way to find meaning in your life.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
Parrot, I feel like we should both quit. This place is bad.
No, he said that I have to go do exposure therapy.
And you have to wait at least until the end of the
which
gift-giving
is,
ceremony.
which is where you work
which is
for
respect-
exposure. And it makes you feel better.
I don't think that's what that is.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, actually, also, you're not getting exposure because think of how much sunlight you'd have to absorb if you weren't in here in the dark.
Yeah. Well, I
People
guess
die from it.
as it is tradition, who gave you a gift, you have to then give them a gift. So, I was
We all know the song. 20 or 30 minutes later, we finish the song.
Yeah. So I was up all night. I was trying to think, what to get the man who seemingly has everything, all these things I don't know. A couple of things I thought is just a thingamabob. And I said, oh, and then your son told me it's just a DVD copy of Little Mermaid. And then
Boom. References.
yeah, I didn't understand. And then I thought, what's the best thing that I could give to you? And then even though he was right there, I do pull out your son from under the table. And then I'm like, I gave you the best gift of all. I taught your kid how to be an artist. So he's going to pursue a life in the arts instead of following your footsteps. And I did it at great detriment because I did. And then he's been wearing, like, where his elf hat was, he does take it off. I gave him the part of my brain.
Oh, no, we forgot to return the hats.
I gave him the part of my brain where the art comes from. So.
Oh, that is and you did this at home, at our house.
Yeah,
in our living room.
I did it in one of the toilets.
Can you still play music?
I just played this song for my lovely mother here.
It sounded just like every other piece of theremen music I've ever heard.
All right,
so.
all right.
Yeah, but sometimes, everything just, tastes blue now. But that's, but at least, I had what was called greens and my teeth don't hurt. So I thought it was maybe because I ate vegetables that, sometimes things sound like Thursday.
Yeah, yes.
Anyways, and and your son is just like, it's a little brain lollipop, little cake pop.
Wait, he's eating it?
Yeah, he's eating it. That's how you get it. Your brain in you. You eat, because I ate the greens and my teeth felt better.
He's gonna get kuru.
So he thought, he's eating a little bit of my brains.
Your prion disease.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, you gotta stay off the nerve centers. Like, that's not good. You can't. That's a Paul tip. Don't eat nerve clusters. It's gross. It's bad. Don't eat brains. Don't eat
Feed
the
your
nervous
kid artist
system.
brains so they become smart art.
In this world, it does.
Let
In Van Gogh's ear world.
Listeners, you decide.
Yeah, if you ate brains and it made you more smarter, you hit me up.
Actually, no. Those people should hit me up.
I'm concerned it's going to give him the hunger to make another Always Sunny reference.
Well, thank you. It is every parent's dream that their child consume human brains and become an artist. That is as what everyone really hopes happens to their young person.
Now watch up though. If he starts coughing up bile, he did catch poor bones from me. The doctor said that it spread to my brain.
No, that's a. How do you afford to go to so many doctors? Wait a moment.
No, it's just a man outside the smoking pit who I give him my blood, and he
Oh
says
no,
I'll
no,
be
that's
back.
that's our doctor. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. He's got a lot of runes and sigils all over his body. And they're, like,
Complimentary
etched in.
health care
That
provided
sounds
by...
like Gogh.
Ooh.
Well, that's interesting because his name is Dr. Hogg.
No, I run outside.
Are you implying he's not a real doctor? Oh well. Oh no. Well, first I have to. Well, having.
Yeah, I keep giving him my blood, and then he says every day he's just got to look at my elbows, and he's just touching them a lot. He said that's where your blood's kept.
That's where the tension is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
where
releases
the
the tension
tension-
in your elbows.
Roberto's going back to the pawn shop to try to get a gun. We'll see what happens.
But yeah. So yeah, I gave your kid the gift of a little brain pop. He's got a couple of them too, because they're like little cake pop styles with the insides of the brain. It's not all brain. You got to get to it.
No, anybody with a Dremel tool and an ice cream scoop can achieve this same effect at home.
Is Ruben enjoying it?
Yeah.
Are they flavored in any way?
Yeah,
is that candied? Is it a barbecue?
I'm gonna
What
go
are we doing?
ahead, even though it is Paul's kid, or I'm sorry, your character's kid.
Hugh.
I am gonna say Ruben does look like an old 1800s Victorian boy who doesn't really say anything, and he's never smiling, but he's actually smiling now while eating the brain pops.
Well, it's just a delight to see you happy, Ruben. You'd make your father, Mr. Man Resources, your grandfather, Mr. Man Resources, so proud.
I thought you were like you would make your father proud.
No, I'm definitely still. We're doing that. That's still here. I'm sorry to betray the realism of the game, but my life, it's just, and Hugh crouches down and looks at Ruben, finally smiling. Ruben, my life has become so complicated, and I have nowhere to live. I have a very busy schedule, and I'm just simply not prepared to provide the kind of home that an artist needs. And I only know one place where I think you'll be able to get the kind of enrichment and sort of coaching in things like acting and literature that you might and provide a sort of wholeness that certain maybe people are lacking due to their far distant relationship to the whole restaurant being on the board of directors. Who can say I'm not a therapist? Ruben?
I'm not there. You're talking about Phoebe?
McRae?
Yeah, Phoebe. we've worked together these 4.5 weeks, and I think that I know here. Ruben should go with you. You are the person that should lead the. I look at this egg and I think of how perfect it is, and I don't want you to wait. I want you to be able to have that child that you denied yourself now. And take this also as sort of a backup, or in case he needs stem cells because of the prion disease with the brain thing.
It's isn't it typical to wait longer before regifting?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really go. I don't have anything that it's sort of an accessory
it's a
to.
set pair.
It goes. It doesn't really like. What would I do with just this egg?
Young Ruben does clearly have a thirst for knowledge, or yes.
He's hungry for intellect, and he's got another one of those in his mouth.
Well, and as a wealthy person, I will be a better parent.
That's sort of what I was thinking. I mean, looked at my life and where I slept and how my life has been reduced to mopping up porn behind the arcade machine and doing amphetamines out of the freezer, which is great, by the way. Everyone do that. Woo! I'm going to go lie down.
You hear gunshots outside.
Hugh falls just over.
Dearest Ruben, would you like to come with me?
Ruben shrugs. Grabs your hand. His hand is very sticky.
She was touched, and then she was grossed out. I hear people say that children are a blessing and a curse. And she takes her hand away and shakes it off. Well, I suppose I could take on a young ward, and it would mean so much for you to literally give me your child with no questions asked. And no parameters you
That's how I
want
like
me to
things.
follow.
Very simple. Simple life. Simple decisions. Quick and dirty.
Well, the life of a wealthy child is never simple. But I can ensure he will have the best tutors and the broadest experiences to interact with only the most select part of the population. He'll be a great conversationalist. And someday, maybe little Ruben could be on the board of amphetaminos in my stead.
A tear runs down Hugh's face as he thinks of this bright future for his child.
Come, child, I'm going to read you a Christmas carol.
Asterisk. Christmas Carol may or may not include original message of don't be mean to people.
All right, great. I think that's a wrap on the employee Christmas party. Let's do a little epilogue now. What happens to everybody?
I shoot him and I kill him.
You kill Hog.
I
Do you
scream
get
Hog.
away with it, or do you go to prison?
I go to prison.
Yeah.
But I'm a magician, so I do really
But then you find
well.
out Hog also didn't die. He's a magician too. They're a magician too.
Now we're just locked in an eternal battle of killing each other.
I do
and
think,
being
though,
alive.
there is
I'm
this...
setting up spin-offs
that-
for
I
your
think
sweet
the whole-
log magician.
I think you're fine with going to prison, but the reason why you break out is because they're like, well, the warden decided to give you a little Christmas present that year, and your wife wanted to come visit you, and they just wheel in the box.
I immediately, teleport out.
Yeah, you there's the fucking Bugs Bunny smoke cloud of your shape in. Yeah.
I turn the guards into skeletons.
And what does Angela say?
What does she say?
Freak mode activated. That's what when they were reeling
She
her
was
in.
around me enough to learn magic. Now I have a magic set. It's a real doll of my best friend I had feelings for. After me while I'm after Hog, who kind of is after her. He wants the real doll, and I don't want him to get it.
It's a weird love triangle.
Yeah, it got really complicated.
Yeah, it gets complicated.
So anyway,
There's a bunch
check out
of
our Netflix miniseries coming
Roberto
out next
Chicken.
Christmas.
Roberto Chicken and the real doll.
This is never boring.
Starring, let's say, David Borneaz as Hog.
Hog!
Michael Shannon as Roberto Chicken.
Ooh.
Who's Angela?
Yeah, who's the real
I don't
doll?
want to make any real actor play.
Okay, then what actress is it based off of? The look.
I don't know.
Young Angela Lansbury.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I was going to say Aubrey Plaza.
I was thinking Aubrey Plaza because everyone around me is talking about White Lotus.
She's great in it. She's good. What? Okay. What's up with who wants to go next?
Does Ruben eat? Does he have the hunger now?
Unfortunately. So your edition of Christmas Carol is just on the shelf with the 99 other ones that Phoebe already owned. Ruben has followed the path of many wealthy children and become a total shit.
Just like I'd always hoped.
He's wealthy enough that he can actually get into cannibalism.
Right. And no matter what I do, like instead of, he's addicted to eating human flesh.
Yeah.
And so Phoebe's just constantly doing damage control and paying PR companies to spin articles about how he's just being adventurous and experimenting.
Ruben
like
grew
all
up
young
and changed
children
his name
do.
to Army Hammer.
Ruben's disrupting the graffiti industry.
He's like, there's like some weird, I mean, he's just a weird, like, there's a bunch of weird shit about him, but then like, he was like, there was he did those messages where he was like talking about how he like actually wanted to like fucking eat somebody and was talking about how, yeah.
Yeah.
Who hasn't expressed a passing interest in cannibalism?
I don't want to get into Ruben's sexual preferences, but there's definitely some Army Hammer parallels.
Yeah.
The check mark's marked other, but then there's like an essay.
This is the thing, we're not trying to kink shame, but he is trying to like eat and fuck people, and that's not great. Like, that's a bad one.
Yeah, and then Phoebe, her career has stalled because she got a bad reputation for saying shitty things in defense of her shitty adopted son. I can't. What's a specific example of what an out of touch rich person would say about their cannibalistic son?
I think Mussolini's haircut looks fine.
Yeah, great. What happens with human resources?
Hugh is now Parrot.
Wait, what?
They did trading places.
Like, we did
for
trading
real.
places, and we never actually resolved.
It's like
we
Rickety
never,
Cricket.
Yeah, we never
you
fixed
just,
the trading
you,
places.
Yeah, you just never went back to your house.
I never thought that far
Also,
through,
you
and I
got
lost track of
super
it.
addicted to fucking speed. It's very fun, but also very. A lot of people tell you that it's addictive.
Yeah, I kind of like total recalled myself into becoming you, and like there's not like a backup plan to unfuck my memory, so.
You should try that one.
Yeah, Parrot died like very soon after, and you would think it's from the missing brain. No, the cut, I bled out. I just had.
I put a Band-Aid on it. You took it off.
Yeah, it's just all it did was just pull over the Band-Aid. It didn't. I never actually formed the hemoglobins.
And to cover up that it was maybe a workplace related accident, it is blamed on a sudden intake of greens. That was his cause of death officially.
He didn't ask his doctor if he should change his
Yeah,
diet. He should
my
consult a doctor or nutritionist.
This is the thing. There is like an interview with
Tonight's health segment brought to you by
there's an
Pepper
interview
and
with
Feminine.
Hogg where he's talking about the dangers of greens and how you should have a very steady carb and amphetamine diet, but it's actually interrupted by an escaped convict coming in screaming, "Hogg! Hogg!" And that's it. This man goes,
And God bless us, everyone.
yeah, this is Christmas, so this is just in time. We're dropping. We recorded a Christmas special and we didn't even realize
Oh
it.
no, we did.
Thank you to listening to a very Oddity Roadshow Christmas. That's what I'm gonna call this now. An Oddity Roadshow Christmas special featuring Van Gogh's ear. Yeah. So who do we think had the most tragic ending?
Probably Hugh.
I was thinking Parrot because Parrot's dead.
No,
I would rather be dead.
No, here's the thing.
that can be a
This is
blessing.
the best option for Parrot is just dying before. Even if I had like Hugh's house, like it would have. He was not there to like take care of it and pay the bills. Like it would have gotten bad fast. This is the best case scenario for Parrot.
Yeah, I mean, Hugh probably had a mortgage and like bills that were being paid.
There is an after the credit scene where what the fuck was my mom's name?
Pelican?
Pelican. Where
Pelican
Pelican
Weeks.
Weeks, she also has another family that she did right with. And she just sits there and just like her new husband looks at her and goes like, Pelican, what is it? She goes, I don't know. I just got this feeling of relief. I don't know what it was. That's the same moment that I died. Yeah, great. So I think Hugh, man,
Yeah.
yeah, you were a therapist and helping run the restaurant in some weird capacity, but now you're just the weird worker. I think in this word, there's always, it's like the
No, I like to think that Parrot was the therapist a month and a half ago.
Well, I was going to say, I like the idea that Parrot Weeks turns into this Dread Pirate Robert style thing where there's always just one
in the restaurant.
One addicted restaurant worker that's forced to stay there and doesn't understand anything. And then the thing is, parrots are weak to greens, and so they keep dying over the years. And it's just like, they ate greens. They shouldn't have done it.
Have any like vitamin K or whatever, and you die fucking instantly.
My body just cannot handle actual nutrients. It's just
you've been living on grease and amphetamines.
It's like, we're just referencing all these other great, but there's like an old joke in The Simpsons where like Mr. Burns goes and gets a checkup, and they're like, well, you're actually gonna weirdly live forever. He's like, so I'm healthy. He's like, no, you're not. But you actually have every disease and like an ailment known to man. And they're weirdly counterbalancing each other to where you could live for another 100 years or you could drop dead at any moment. Like, and so the greens tipped it in the scale. My body was like,
you gotta maintain homeostasis.
Well,
you gotta leave it at balance. Keep it balanced.
If your body doesn't know that it needs nutrients, it won't need them. You just lie to it. You got to gaslight your body.
Oh, now we're doing Mad Max.
As soon as you get nutrients, you're like, oh yeah, like
don't allow you to become dependent on water. You will resent its absence. So you're like, oh right, water, right.
I just had a thought about Reuben.
Oh God, yeah.
What? That you needed the sandwiches rule? No.
The what?
Sandwiches.
Rule?
So, Ruben, go on.
Oh, you're just saying
I thought there was a rule about sandwiches.
That's what I thought.
I was like,
no, lunchtime.
I love a Reuben sandwich.
He's into
though.
cannibalism, and I created a clone of himself.
Well, that was like when you're trying to get him to get away from cannibalism. You're like, well, if I just use this clone of him to eat it, and it actually really increased it more because
made it way weirder.
He definitely ate parts of it.
Well, because it was just your egg. You hadn't put the DNA in there yet. And just like Assassin's Creed, DNA holds memories. So then when you took the DNA from him, he was a cannibal at that point. So the child knew that. And then due to Ravenous theory, he then ate his cannibal clone and became more of a cannibal because he doubled down on cannibalism.
Doubled cannibal, yeah.
He can't play the theremin, though, because he ate Parrot's brain. Yeah. Luckily...
and he loved his mother because he ate that brain. He never loved me.
He's also chasing after the Angela... or
sex
Andrea,
doll.
whatever name I said.
Honestly, this really
Angela,
sounds like this could all be in Critical Bits universe, though. This is pretty.
I like Roberto Chicken could also be in
Chicken
Oddity
is
Roadshow.
so fucking good.
Yes.
Oh man, that guy shows up at your table. Hey, it's me! Like, oh fuck.
Are you going to eat the rest of your garlic nuts?
Oh, how can you eat them when they're behind your ears?
Hey! And I eat it.
All right, well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us at Federonis. Remember, in Federonis, the only thing more addicting than our pizza is our actual cocaine. And have a happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Big neon sign flickers on. No cops, please.